Welcome to the very first episode of my brand new show, EnGraced. I am Shilah Mae Grace, a star of the Grace and Andrew Yang show, our original comedy show on our YouTube channel, Starry Network. So, tonight I am here to do an investigation on America's so-called Ivy branch schools, which are apparently schools that are distinguished from all the other colleges for providing what is to be known as a very, very high standard education to students. So, the first university that we're going to look at tonight is Yale University. Let's see. Yale is apparently located in New Haven, Connecticut, and it has an average of 4.5 stars out of 5 with over 1,600 reviews. So it is firstly a private Ivy League school that was founded in 1701 and known for liberal arts, drama, and music programs. Yeah, that could have fooled me because I know like nobody who is currently in the media that went to and graduated from Yale University. So I don't know if that's what you should be advertising on your page. But anyway, being that it's a private institution, that means that it's probably not getting a whole lot of help from the government or federal funding, which means probably that this school relies heavily on private donations or slash out-of-pocket tuition money from children and their parents. So let's get into some of these reviews so we know what the general people have to say about this institution. So I'm going to go newest, just so that people know that we're not cherry picking for a particular opinion, okay? We're going to keep this as unbiased and objective as possible. Okay, so starting off, we got a review from somebody called John Grenier. He gives the institution 5 stars and says, I don't go here or there, but I live near there. What? It should be here, right? Like, I mean, I hate to be that person, but like, I think here is more appropriate than there, personally, in this sentence. But which makes me think I'll go there. Okay, so this is a person who is not a student at the campus, but wants to pretend that he is a student there and therefore wants to pretend to have the ability to voice their opinions as if he was a student on this campus. I almost don't want to keep reading on, but let's go ahead and just see exactly what this person has to say. So I don't go there, but I live near there, which makes me think I'll go there. Yeah, some delusions, right? I have the Yale hat and everything. The Yale students mind their business and do their homework, as I would assume anybody would if they're going to get a college education for serious. Rumors of wild parties, expensive drugs. I want to know what drugs are on this campus. I certainly would be happy to do an investigation on that. And bed bugs are just a wishful rumor. And sir, how would you know that, given that you are not, you admitted that you are not a current student on this campus. So why should I trust you? Anyway, as an older man, as a older man, which, by the way, again, I hate to be that person, but that's not grammatically correct. I can't look at the young women in these stretchy pants. I'm sorry, what the hell is this guy on? He sounds like he's on something, right? Like, I mean, it's not just me here. I mean, what do you think, people? Does this sound like a guy who's probably on a few substances? Because, like, this don't make any sense to me. So, anyway, young Yale students walk across road like they're not going to get hit. And they won't. Survival of species. No one runs over good-looking, young, healthy people. Okay, this guy is whacked. Okay, I'm really convinced that he's probably, maybe he's on the munchies. I mean, this is like a garbled lunatic. Okay, no offense. The species tries to fend the herd by running over the old and slow, like crocodiles attacking bison crossing river. Okay, this just gets weirder and weirder as I keep going on. Okay, I mean, wow. I mean, and I thought that the people that I saw at San Fran were weird and loony. Former presidents, the Bush twins. I wasn't aware that Bush had a brother. Actress Jodie Foster, First Ladies, Monty Burns, all Yaleys. I'm just gonna say that that is a very good representative of the types of people who are coming on here, or I suspect being paid to get on the site and to review this institution. That's why we have all these 5-star reviews here, like a chain, literally, of people just leaving perfectly good reviews without elaboration. And some force in there to throw off the suspicion. I see what you're doing. Don't think I can't see through your front. Okay, the next piece of writing is by a person by the name of Dayim Najah. So he or she writes 2 weeks ago, I'm a student in secondary school. My dream is someday study in this university. Well, I just want to say it's good to keep dreaming. Okay, dreaming is such a wonderful thing, and everybody should feel the right to keep dreaming. Okay, then we have another review by the name of Jayesh Patel, and he writes, historical and a very big university. Looks like it is a major post of New Haven. Got some photos here of some churchy looking buildings. So they aren't too different from the local churches that I see around. So yeah, I don't know what's so special about this that it warrants a review like this, but okay, whatever. Okay, so we go to the next review by Chaz, which states, very nice campus, went there for the bike paths. And he leaves 4 stars out of 5. Okay. Oh, this one's even better. I don't know how to pronounce this person's name because it's not written in English, but anyway, it's translation by Google. It states, very well maintained town. Okay. Well, first of all, I want to point out that this is a university and not a town. So I don't think any reviews of the nearby surroundings or town has anything to do with the writings of the actual school. Okay. There are a ton of reviews here that just have no elaboration, which makes me suspect that these are people being paid to leave good reviews. Okay. I don't know about what these people are doing, posting private photos on this site, but I hope they realize that this is public domain. So, okay, here we got a person by the name of Mosa Kamara, who left 4 stars. And she states, I have not been inside Yale University, but it is a big university and I have a lot of business around the university. Okay, so what does that have to do with the education provided in this university? I mean, every single college campus, from what I know, have businesses. I mean, college is a business. So I don't know what this person is trying to say, but not very substantial. Okay, so we got next up a person by the name of Thomas Wilson. Gave 5 stars to this university, and he states, "Get accepted to Yale. Ivy Chief would help you get accepted to Yale. No stress, no worries. Best college consultant guaranteed." Okay, this sounds an awful lot like a commercial of some kind, a very poorly written commercial. I would not, after reading this, think about signing up to this ivychief.com, because as you can see here from this infograph, this is apparently an ad that was left on the site. So, yeah, no. Okay, Doug DeMaio states, "Legends of history have studied at Yale, but there is only one dog at Yale." Well, there's only one dog in my backyard, so I don't get your point. Okay, so far I'm reading through these reviews, and like they're all like pretty lackluster, and I, if this rating score of 4.5 is based off of these random and rather shallow reviews, I don't think that this is an accurate assessment of this college. So let's see. I'm going to take a look at some of the highest ratings of the school and see what the people have to say. Hopefully it's a little bit more coherent so I actually understand what it is people are reviewing here. All right, so this person named Avaliz states, 5 stars, first of all. "Stunning campus, reminds me of Oxford." Is that an animal or is that like some sort of place? Because I really don't know. "Unfortunately, student campus tours were canceled after we made plans to visit, so we created our very own itinerary." That doesn't sound too responsible to me. Okay, because if you reserved a campus tour with this college, they should follow through with it. Yeah. Lots of areas were closed off to outsiders, and I watched as students entered through large gates with key-in access from their phones. Only downside of Yale is New Haven itself. Outside of the Yale campus, New Haven can be a little sketchy in some areas, and I would advise caution when roaming. I say so. This is one of those cases where this Ivy League school is located in a bad area. So for all the parents that are trying to send their kids here or want to send their kids here after they grow up, you might want to think about the surroundings. Okay, so let's see. Next review is by a person named DJH. And he states, 5 stars again, "One of the most gorgeous university campuses I have ever seen. I feel jealous for all those who have graduated from Yale." Okay, well, I mean, it's a nice looking campus, I'll give it that, but like absolutely gorgeous. Mm, well, it's a matter of taste. I'll put it that way. That's a matter of taste. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, so the next person is Charles Bill with 5 stars. Yale is not just beautiful on the outside, it embodies the American intellectual experience. Okay, I just want to point out that Yale University is not a living thing, so I don't think it can um, embody anything. So, like, let's try not to personify it, shall we? Okay, so I'm trying to like refer to it as like you're talking about a human being. Those who are lucky to study here embrace the tradition of law and truth, bringing forth the energy to build a better world. Do you mean bringing forth the energy? Anyhow, yeah, the truth is that if you want to go to one of these Ivy branch schools, chances are be prepared to shell out thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars. Okay, next up, Janeth Merdea states really cool university architecture and campus. Thought it was visually better than Harvard. So, what do y'all think? I mean, those who have been to Harvard, is Yale prettier looking than Harvard? But to me, they all look the same. They're just college campuses with very old architecture. Like there's not much to it. Okay, so next up, a person named Soham Jana states that everything close to the university, good food places near downtown. Libraries are open most of the time. Times may vary during COVID. Oh, okay, here. We got a person by the name of Alex Co. Kenya, who is gave the school 5 stars, even though he states firstly, full disclosure, I didn't go to the school here, so I can't speak to the academics. I did work with the alumni, and he was a cool guy. Oh, alumnus. Okay. My eyesight's aren't the best. But anyway, so I'm guessing this university is a great place. Wow. Alex, I gotta congratulate you on your inductive reasoning skills here. I mean, like you're basing your opinion on this whole school on just one guy that you worked with. I mean, that's uh that's a very, very broad scale, I gotta say. The campus is beautiful in an old classic way. It's so stunning. I'd say it merits a visit on its own. Yeah, like I said, there's old buildings on pretty much every single college campus that I've ever been to. So I don't know what's so special about Yale's uh, campus that I should go visit just because they have a bunch of old buildings here. I had a great time scrolling through campus and snapping pics. The museum on campus was free admission and had some impressive displays. All in all, I liked Yale. Okay. Well, I don't know because I never been here, but I don't think, judging from these photographs, I don't think that I would go out of my way to make a trip over here. Okay, let's take a look at some of the not so good ratings and see what they have to say. Okay, so this is a person by the name of Robert Manifield, and he states, why does one of the wealthiest universities in the world choose to educate so few people? You know what, Robert? Good question. I want to know too. Because isn't the whole point of universities existing being to educate future generations so that when the generations pass torches, like society won't crumble. That's like the chief primary responsibility of colleges, right? So easily less enriching. The average public state school does more with less for the main education and prosperity levels of society. Well, I gotta say that Mr. Manifield has a good head on his shoulders. Certainly, his comment is probably one of the best articulated so far out of all the reviews that I've seen so far. So I'm more inclined to trust what this guy has to say. Next up is a person by the name of Will Saber, and he again gives 1 star and says architecturally it is meh. Student is whack. Not sure why you go here. Okay, personally, I'd like some elaboration into this statement, like why is the architecture meh? Or why are the student, or which student is whack? Or you mean students are whack here? And if they are, how so? Okay, next up is a person by the name of Andreas Hinkle. In 1 star, they need to be more rigid in not allowing their law department be taken over by non-democratic forces. I'm sorry, Andreas, but I hate to break it to you, but like this is a liberal arts college, right? So don't expect that they're gonna like resist democratic forces because they're not really inclined to if they're liberal. Next up, Dennis Korsoff says Marxism has no place in the U.S. or the world. Okay, that's a very general statement, so it could apply anywhere, not specifically Yale. Okay, so then Anthony Purcell says they had a COVID vaccine scheduled for today, March of 29. So I arrived only to find out they changed it for 1 week without even telling me. I rescheduled my entire day for nothing. Thanks, Yale, for blowing this. So is it a school or is it like a healthcare clinic? Like, I'm a little confused right now. Okay, the next person gives 1 star by Ross Dahlhoff. Okay. I feel like half the students that go here have a huge IQ. You'd be surprised. Are easily triggered and put their opinions over the opinion of the public. Perfect school for creating corrupt politicians and training the leading loonies of the future. The school is great. The students are not so much. That's a little bit of a contradiction there, if I may point out. I mean, you're saying that the school is good at creating corrupt politicians and training the leading loonies of the future, which that's a point. That's actually a valid point, I think. But you're saying that the school does that. So you're saying that the curriculum is engineered to provide questionable content. And yet you're saying that the school is great, and you turn around and say that the students are not so much, even though they're obviously here to be influenced by the curriculum. So shouldn't you say that the school is not good? I'm just trying to piece together the puzzle here, okay? That's all I'm trying to do. Okay, so Alyssa Mulville is saying the person who runs this is very unorganized, not understanding of what needs to be done and how long it takes, and it is a very rude lady. It is usually a hectic place from what many of the workers have said. Yes, Yale is a good school, but I would not recommend going to this one. Hopefully they straighten up and get more organized soon, or else they will have a bad reputation with people they work with. Okay, so do you mean the chairperson at the school, or you mean the school board, or you mean like the owner or administrator of the school? Like, who is this woman that you're talking about? Okay, a person by the name of Jessica DeFrocia states that now the staff is stalking me, going in my bag and opening things that were not open, ringed by him, while he makes irrelevant comments. I can't find a correlation or relation. I just again bit the open trail mix he was commenting to and wrote this post. Uh, Girl, you seem like you're on a little more than just trail mix here when you're writing this. Hopefully, the rest would just call him disgusting and wrong and stop following him, or I just adopted another stalker. Junze better get a raise. God help me. All I ever try to do was the right thing. These people, okay, I can't with these people. These people are something else, I gotta say. Moving on, one star again by Jonathan Lorber states that the professors I had weren't so dumb and maybe even stupid. I couldn't T free LL. I learned how to 360 quick scope for MLG Gaming Clan on Xbox, but they denied my life because of how much gains I had. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. I'm honestly surprised I got accepted into it though, but oh well, thanks for the biggest waste of my gangster life. I'm gonna pursue myself into becoming a awesome rapper. Uh, the biggest mystery here is this person got accepted here? Okay, Jonathan Riches gave it 1 star and states that Yale is currently in the process of building or busing the graduate student union. They have sought and secured arrests of students and have ignored a 2-week long hunger strike. They are cruel to their graduate students. Yeah, when your guests are on campus living here full time, I would expect food and water like to be a basic necessity that is provided on site, right? If not, that's like a violation of human rights or whatever. Okay, Albert states that 1 star, it is not about creating an intellectual space. It is about creating a home here. Apparently, this was said by a Yale University student yelling at a lecturer. Okay, so that meme gave it 1 star and states that just writing the name of this university gave me a headache. Yet I instantly got an extra 5 IQ points and donated them to Lil Pump. And this comment has 19 likes. Bob Henderson gave it 1 star and states Harvard is bitter. Their football team doesn't suck. Okay, so if they don't suck, then why did you give them 1 star? James Collins states that he regrets going here. This university is good for arts/law, but nothing else. Uh, to me, I have yet to see anything that they're good at. So you might be giving them a little bit of credit more than they deserve, James. John E. V states 1 star. Few places have been so creepy for so long. I think that is a statement that applies to colleges across the nation. Justin Riley states that 1 star. Yale's infectious disease department is completely unethical regarding Lyme disease. Oh, so you're saying that there are ticks roaming about this campus? Dustin Phoenix says 1 star, 1 out of 10 from IGN, 1 out of 5 from Kotaku, and 5 out of 10 from Game Informer. It's not UC San Diego. Okay, well, I don't speak gamer, so I don't know what the hell this guy's saying, but I don't assume it's good. Ty B states that the professor who interviewed me for grad school was prejudiced. Okay, well, that's something to keep in mind, people. Jillian Fernandez says that more like Yale University, am I right? Train scum. What is this acronym, Yale? What is this supposed to stand for? Max Kozlov states that 1 star, I've heard that it is the ugliest Ivy League school around. Well, I wouldn't go as far to say that it's the ugliest because I know that there are a lot uglier, a lot more hideous college campuses in America that I've been to. So I wouldn't say that, but hey, everybody can have their own opinions. What can I say? Just like this one, Bob Martinez comments, horrible. The food was terrible. There were too much 8 equals day. You know, if I didn't know any better, I might say that that was awfully suggestive of some type of activity. We're not going to go into that. Patricia Rayo states they didn't accept Blair Waldorf. Well, as far as I'm concerned, they didn't accept Ganondorf either, so don't feel too bad, Patricia. Justin S. states, Yale is a university. Mike Wu goes here. Okay. What's with all these random, like, specific name drops? Like, I mean, this doesn't have anything to do with the overall rating of the school. Pastor Willie states the worst experience ever. Pastor Willie, could you care to elaborate on that experience? I mean, I'd love to have you give us the dates. Eric Strebler states bad prices and gives 1 star. I am inclined to agree, but I don't know what his standards are for what constitutes as bad pricing for the school. Akil Sinakolta states that it did not look the same on eBay. Akil, this is a school. It's like a business, and it's not a product. So, were you confused with purchasing the Harvard textbook or something on eBay? Because this sentence does not make a lick of sense. Oh boy, this person, Lodge the KD Suk Skiddy states didn't like this place too hard. Well, that's kind of your fault. You know, if it's too hard, it's too challenging, then maybe you shouldn't have come here to this school. B. Brown cites 1 star, an elitist school for rich and entitled a-hoes. Well, this is just a testament to the old statement that you can have as much money as a person can be, but it can't buy you any class. N.R. Benedict states, we bit full of itself. Again, Yale University is not a person. It's a non-living place of business. Oh, Byron Parkinson states that animal murder is their specialty. Could there be a conspiracy going on underground where they are murdering and slaughtering animals? Perhaps being involved in the Universal Poaching Division? Interesting. Sheila Hutchings states bad. Jacob Polin states Yale, more like jail. Or how about more like hell? And then Ben Nod Nepal states just like heaven. Again, going to the above statement, maybe it's just like hell. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning into this first episode of my brand new show, EnGraced, where we go around investigating the Ivy Olive Branch schools of America. This is Shilah Mae Grace, and be sure to subscribe to our channel, Starry Network, and goodbye.